Let's just talk, like I said, first tropical system in the Gulf. It looks like it's going to form in the coming days. Luckily, it's not supposed to hit Florida, but it could, this won't be the last thing that we have this season. It's just getting started. So what I want to know is, in terms of the pet owners in our area, what do they need to know when it comes to hurricane preparedness for their pets?
So when it comes to their pets, they really need to take into account, just like they would for their family. Your pet is going to be part of your household. You really should do a 7-day plan for your pet. 7 days of food, 7 days of water. If your pet's on any type of medication, make sure you have at least 7 days of medication for your pet. If you have cats, make sure you have enough litter pans, food and water bowls, things like that. And if you have to evacuate, try to find a family member, a friend that'll let you evacuate with your pets, because if we do have to open hurricane shelters here, they are a last resort type of situation. You're not going to be spending time with your pet when you're there, except for, during feeding times and getting out to walk them, because the pets have to be in a separate area, just for everyone's safety. So we just want to make sure people understand it's really important to have the supplies that your pet needs, just like you would for your own home.
Baby. So let's say if there were 3 takeaways, 3 things that pet owners need to know. What are those 3 things?
Make sure that your pets are up to date on their vaccinations. You have photos and those records with you. Make sure you have enough food and supplies for them, and make sure that you take your pets with you when you evacuate.
And you kind of touched on this, but tell me again. So when it's really bad, shelters will open, but why should that be a last case resort? Why do you want people to evacuate with their pets?
We want to make sure people evacuate with your pets, and remember that hurricane shelters that are pet friendly and will accept them are not going to be like going to a hotel or going to anybody's house. It's going to be very small spaces. Your pets are going to have to stay kenneled or crated the majority of the time while you're there. There will be times when your dogs can go out for walks as long as weather permits, but other than that, your pets are going to be away from you, and they're going to be in a secured area that only they will be in, along with some staff that are provided by the county.
Right. And so in terms of the 7-day plan, what should go into your, again, it might sound repetitive.
That's okay.
In terms of that 7-day plan, what goes into the 7-day plan for your pet?
7-day plan is going to be food, water, any medications. You want to make sure that you have, for your cats, you want to make sure you have litter box. Make sure that you have their vaccination records. You always want to have that, and photos, just to be on the safe side. Have photos of your pets, you with your pet. But those are the main things. And bring a toy or maybe a blanket they sleep with, because again, it's very high stress. It's a really unknown situation. A lot's going on, so those little comforts will, help a little.
And here at the Pet Resource Center, I'm sure that a concern as well is what happens to those pets who are left behind, who are brought in. More work for you guys and care for pets that could have been with a home. So from your perspective, why is it so, in terms of making sure pets don't get lost and things like that, why is it so key to have a plan for your pet?
You want to make sure that you have a plan just like you would for, yourself, because if not and something happens or you leave them behind, that is an offense. They are, an owned animal, and if you're abandoning them during something like that, that's not something you want to do. So make sure to have that in place. We understand that things happen sometimes and animals can, take off, get lost when you're trying to prepare to leave. Make sure they're microchipped, that they have their rabies tag on, some type of identification. So if they do unfortunately come to us, we can get them reunited back with you.
Perfect.
All right, baby, I know.